She walked into our class reunion wearing black, holding the hand of a little girl, and everyone immediately knew something was wrong. Emma had returned as a widow, but when her daughter looked at me and whispered, "Mom knew you'd be here," I realized this reunion wasn't a coincidence. Emma had a secret connected to our past, her late husband, and a promise that could completely change both our lives. What was inside the envelope her husband left for me? And why did Emma bring her little daughter straight to me? Before we uncover the truth, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Now let's get started. 3 years after graduation, everyone gathered at a small hotel in Charleston, South Carolina, for our class reunion. Laughter filled the ballroom as old classmates exchanged stories about college, careers, marriages, and the lives they had built. Then Emma walked through the doors. She was wearing a simple black dress, holding the hand of a little girl who looked about 6 years old. The room gradually fell quiet. Everyone remembered Emma as the cheerful girl who could make anyone laugh. But now there was sadness in her eyes. Someone whispered, "She's a widow." My heart tightened. Emma had once been my best friend. We had shared everything, dreams, secrets, and even plans for the future. Then one painful misunderstanding separated us, and neither of us ever reached out again. I stood frozen as she slowly approached. She looked directly at me. For a second, neither of us spoke. Then her little daughter stepped forward, looked up at me, and smiled. "Mom knew you'd be here," she whispered. I swallowed hard. Emma lowered her eyes, fighting back tears. "I didn't come here for the reunion," she finally said. "Then why did you come?" She looked at her daughter, then back at me. "There's something my husband wanted you to know." Everyone went silent as Emma reached into her purse and pulled out an old, worn envelope. "My husband found this before he died," she said, her voice trembling. "He told me I had to give it to you someday. He said you deserved the truth." My hands shook as I opened it. Inside was a photograph of Emma and me from graduation. We were standing beneath the school banner, laughing like the future belonged to us. Behind the photograph was a letter. Her husband had written that he knew about our past. Before their marriage, Emma had told him everything. He had eventually discovered that our separation had happened because someone had lied to both of us. He also knew Emma had never completely stopped wondering what our lives might have been like together. Then I noticed another sentence. "He knows what you sacrificed for me." I looked at Emma, confused. She began crying. "My husband knew his illness was getting worse," she whispered. "Before he died, he asked me to find you. He said you were the only person he trusted to protect Lily if something happened to me." Her little girl suddenly slipped her hand into mine. "Mom says Daddy believed you were a good man." Emma looked at me through her tears. "I'm not asking you to replace him," she said. "I'm asking you to help us start over." And for the first time in years, I realized our story wasn't over. It had only been waiting for us to find our way back to each other.